Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk, back again with another project for you, and this time it's another one of my Yankee Candle projects, and this is like a divided box. As you can see, it's using the beautiful Share What You Love designer series paper, which is actually like a heavyweight cardstock. Just slip off the belly band there, which I've made using this beautiful Floral Frames stamp set. So you can see here this Sending Love, and there's some coordinating dies that go with it, which I have put to one side. Here we go. And the dies, if I show you, have the loveliest of frames, but there are dies to cut out the flowers, as well as these super leaf accents. And what's really good is a lot of the leaves, you actually get 2 of each. So you've kind of got ones to make a wreath that go in opposite directions as well. So a really useful stamp set and die set just for the foliage themselves. And inside here, which is what I should have done, you will see we have an assortment of Yankee candles. I've said before, I do like Yankee candles, which are a particular brand that we can get here in the UK. But the lovely thing about these, they come in super fragrances, beautifully coloured, but they're a nice deep one as well, so that they last they're good quality and they last a long time. And I'll let you into a secret, even better. By me, there's a shop that sells them at a discount, which is fab. Anyway, they come in a box like this of 12. Now 12 tea lights is lovely, but after a while the scent, you kind of get nose blind. Well, I do. So I often do this for friends of mine, just make them up a box of assorted ones. So in here I've got 4 of each of 2 fragrances. As I said, the little box just folds in on itself. And it does mean that, of course, you know, out of, because I'm dividing them up, I can get out of 2 boxes, I can get 3 of these lovely sets to give away, or I can give 2 away and keep one myself. But this is what we're going to make. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock or thick heavyweight DSP, and so this one's a lovely pearlized one, and which is 9 by 7 3/4. I am going to work in inches today. I will put the centimetre dimensions on my blog as we so you can have a look on there if you want to work in centimetres rather than inches. So to start off with, on the short edge, you're going to score at 3/4. So we're going to do that on the right hand side. If I just zoom out slightly, there we go. So we're going to do that on the right hand side here. So that's my short edge. 3/4, and then at 7 inches, which obviously is 3/4 from the other edge, but it's 7 inches over here as well. So you can do it either way. Then turn it, and on the long edge you're going to score at 1/2 inch, flip it around, and then score at 2 1/8, 2 7/8, 6 1/8. So we're just coming up to that horrible join, but we're avoiding it. 6 7/8. That's the other side of it. Okay, so it's just this one over here. And 8 1/2 inches. There we go. And then we're going to fold and burnish all of those score lines. I mean, what I love about this cardstock is that obviously it is really sort of heavyweight as well. But what is lovely is that you've got those super patterns on the inside. So although, you know, it is lovely and pearlized, the inside is just as interesting. So when you're making a box like this, it looks so pretty when you open it up. So having folded and burnished all those score lines, we're now going to do some trimming. So we're going to cut and notch the little tabs on either end, on both sides, like so. Zoom in and cut away here. and you're going to cut down the centre of that tab like that. Excuse the yelling of my husband, that's really helpful, isn't it? And just angle it as well. Do the same at the other side. So cut away. And then we're going to do our tabs. And just cut those at a steeper angle. Okay, so you can see where we're at. With this one, this is the middle section, just cut straight down. Then we've got a little tab, so we're going to notch those out. Then we're going to do the same at this end as we did on the other. So cut halfway down that first tab. I really didn't do that very straight, did I? Oh, well, never mind. There you go. Just a small notch there. So I'll lay this out so you can see. So you can see we just cut the half on these tabs, all the others stay the same. And then to construct it really is really simple. We're just going to put some red tape and if you put it on the inside of that edge, that long tab like so. Same on the other side. Okay. Burnish those down well. Move my tape and scissors out of the way. And then we have the fun of removing red tape on video. Always good for a giggle, because you can guarantee one of the pieces at least will be averse to being peeled off. Wow, it's always a first time. That probably means I'll stick it wrong now. Now, in order to do this, I find it easy to fold that piece back on itself and then just line up that corner like so. And do the same on the other side. So just fold that back, fold it up, just line that up nice and straight and give it a really good squeeze. Then exactly the same on the other side, and finally, see, it's reattached. I knew something wasn't going to go quite right. There you go, like so. So that is your basic box. So that's now ready for you to fill with your chosen candles. Obviously, this also makes a great craft fair idea. You know, if you do craft fairs, people love to purchase candles as gifts for people, and this is a really good way of making those go that bit further. So once we've done that, just fold those side tabs in. I'm making it look a bit more difficult than it is. Putting the second one in is usually she says easier. Once you've got one side in, it's usually easier to feed this second side in. Okay, right. God, made that look hard work. Right, now you've got your box closed. This is why you need a wrap. Take a piece of cardstock, and I'm using Mossy Meadow here, that is 9.5 by 2.5. And the easiest way to do this is to just wrap it gently round. And what I do is I'm going to just put score in, so like so. Once you've got one in, take the second one and again remove it. And what I just do is, as you can see, I just line the sides up. So line the edges up and across, and do the next one. And finally, and then what you want to do is have that join on the top. Okay. So that's going to be covered up by our panel, and you'll see I'm just going to do a very small knock my good grief, I can't speak today, honestly. Right, I'm just going to do a narrow border on this. There you go. So you can see that's a snug fit, but it isn't too tight. So I'm now going to put my piece of card on the top. Now this is a bit of old olive, and the layer that I'm putting on is just an 1/8 of an inch gap for a change. So this is 3 1/8 by 2 3/8, like so. And then I'm going to put my layer, it's another piece just of the offcuts of the DSP, and I've just reduced that down by the same amount, by 1/8 of an inch. So that is 3 by 2 1/4. And so that's our basic box done. So now we can do the decoration for the top. So I've got a piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to use just some mint macaron ink and just pop that quite simply. Then this is the frame that goes around. You can see the frame that gives a really nice edge to it. And it just cuts out a simple shape. It's a very pretty shape. And then put that to one side. Then all I did then was just stamped in old olive one of the sentiments from the Floral Frames stamp set. And you got really inky today, like stay to me, shocking. So using the grid paper just to help line that up, and just pop Sending Love in that old olive in the centre. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could then colour that in if you wanted to with your markers. If you wanted to colour it in with alcohol markers, then you need to stamp the outer image using your Memento ink instead. Now, I'm just going to show you how I've created the effect on here. You see here, I find that sometimes when you're trying to stick flowers and leaves on the back of something, you end up getting in rather a mess. So what I often do is I cut a second shape out like this, and then I actually create a bit of a sandwich. So pop some glue all over. I've just used my snail, and then you can just arrange your leaves as you want. Like so. Take our second, our stamped one, just line that up, and there we have really pretty. And obviously you could go all the way around that if you wanted to. And I'm just going to pop a couple of dimensionals on the back. And there you have a really pretty way of gifting some Yankee candles and creating a lovely craft fair gift as well. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. Come back and see me again soon. And don't forget, if you want any of the projects, visit my shop, heidismith.stampinup.net, or follow the links on my blog. Thanks for watching. Bye now.